I saw a post this morning, which is what prompted me to reach out. You guys tell me a little bit about your business. People want to hear that real people are innovating and changing on the fly. Can you just give me a 30-second overview on what your business model was 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, so we're making it work. So Wilcox Wellness and Fitness is a personal training business located in Bangor, Maine. We also have a location in Brunswick. That's a franchise location. And we do private and group personal training. So clients come to our physical location to train with coaches. Most people sign on to train with us for either 2, 3, or 4 times a week. And they're committed to 3, 6, or 12-month training programs.
Let's go back in time 4 weeks ago, 5 weeks ago, right? When the world was normal. You are innovative folks. You guys plan for the long term. And I think you told me that when you and Mike decide to do something, you want to go all in. Tell me what your plans were and then what your plans are.
For 2020, our plan was to go all in on franchising. 2 years ago, we franchised our business, which means we worked with an attorney for a year. We wrote a franchise disclosure document. The next year, we were lucky enough to sign on our first franchisee in Brunswick, intensively supported that location last year for all of 2019. They're doing incredible. Our commitment in being all in for them was that we were going to ensure that that location was 100% successful before we started pursuing additional franchisees.
Okay.
So
physical
that was
brick and mortar expansions, right?
Physical brick and mortar expansions via franchising. Okay. So that was going great. Mike and I attended a franchising conference in, what month is it? February, early February. And we were really excited, to develop the sales process to sell a new franchisee. We have all the infrastructure once we sign a location to sign them up and train them and get them set up for success. But that whole front end funnel was something that we were going to work on for the entire year.
And your business is how old? Can you remind me?
Of course. We opened Wilcox Wellness and Fitness in October of the year after we got married, of 2012.
You had plans, right? You had business plans.
Right.
You had spreadsheets. You had meetings. You had documents.
Oh, all of them. Yeah.
Right. You had a long-term plan of something else too. You were telling me that you were exploring the virtual kind of thing, right? Yeah.
So before we franchised, Mike and I we joined the Top Gun program, which was an amazing program through Upstart Maine. And we really joined that program, I can't remember now, 3 or 4 years ago, to answer the question, what's next? Like, our Bangor location was really successful. We streamlined all of our client processes. We really felt like we were making an impact. And really, for the two of us, making an impact in our communities, serving people and helping people live better, more productive, more happy, more healthy lives is what it's all about for us. So we were looking for ways to scale that. So we joined the Top Gun program really to answer that question, like, how can we make more of an impact in this world with our business that we love so much? We looked at 3 different things. We looked at online training programs. We looked at going wider in Bangor, so buying a bigger building, doing physical therapy, doing sports conditioning, doing acupuncture, doing massage, doing all of those things that you'd kind of go wide in terms of health and fitness. And then we looked at additional locations. Under additional locations, we looked at company-owned locations, we looked at franchising, and we looked at licensing.
You're doing some research, you're doing some homework?
Yes. Yeah, right. Absolutely.
And the online track would have taken you on paper. Your plan was what? What was the...
We thought to successfully pull off an online training business, it was going to take us 12 to 18 months.
Had you started down that road at all?
We hadn't started any of it. Like, when Mike and I do a project, we want to be able to go all in. So we really took a year looking at those 3 options that we just talked about and really kind of figuring out what it was we wanted to do. We decided to go all in on franchising. That took us 2 years to get us to this point. We kind of always were like, will want to do something in terms of online training, but we don't really know.
So let's get human for a second. You've
Yeah.
got how many kids?
2 kids.
2 kids.
Yes.
You've got a business, right?
Yes.
You're married owners of a business, so you're
Yes.
in it. This is your livelihood, right? How
Mm-hmm.
scary was it when this hit, knowing that this is everything for you guys? This is your entire livelihood, not only your plans, but your reality. How scary did that feel?
I was incredibly scared. I mean, I think you've described me as the most positive person you met. And like in the early days, I mean, we were in Costa Rica. We had planned on being in Costa Rica for another 2 weeks. We should still be there now.
You took your whole family to Costa Rica. You were going to work from afar and test that out.
Right. Yeah. So we were kind of planning, like most businesses in the beginning. It was increasing sanitization protocols. Then it was distancing, so canceling some of the classes so that there were space between training sessions. And then it was reducing session size, and updating our team and communicating with our clients and our community and doing all that from Costa Rica. And also being scared for the safety of our family in a third world country during a global pandemic. So I was very scared, and it's been a lot of highs and a lot of lows, and I don't know. Thank you for asking. Like, nobody asked me if I was scared, and the answer is yeah, I was very, very scared.
Yeah.
And I mean, I still am. I can't say I don't think we're through it. I mean,
no, but we've
come up with a solution that we feel really good about.
So here's the good part. Right. That's right. So in the face of fear, which is real, and thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
Because I think we're all there, right? We're all there. We don't know.
Yeah.
We don't know.
Yeah.
You guys took an 18-month plan that you hadn't even started yet.
Right.
Fast-tracked it to what?
Yeah. So
72 hours?
So we were being told, I was in touch with 72 hours. Yeah. I was in touch with Senator King's office. It was just Monday last week. They were telling us shelter in place, stay in Costa Rica. Talked to them at 9 a.m. on Monday last week. Then at 10:15, I got an email from their office that said, get home as soon as you can. If you can't get home, we're not going to be able to help you. And I know that they're still working with hundreds of Americans, mostly students, that are stuck overseas right now, not able to get home. So we're making these plans for our business, like mostly the decision first we made the decision to close our physical location in both Bangor and Brunswick. We made a real quick online training program from Costa Rica while we're trying to book our flights. So it's like me recording Mike in the living room of the rental with all of the furniture and all the suitcases and stuff pushed to the side. Like, these are your training sessions for this week. Like,
trust us, we know what we're doing. Yeah, don't pay attention to the tossed furniture.
Exactly. The kids running around. I mean, you saw my kids, they're wild. So we did that. We booked an emergency flight for Thursday. To a different airport. It was like a 5-hour drive, an overnight layover. Like, we got home. And I'm so thankful to be home. We got home late Friday afternoon. Mike and I worked 4 days ago.
As we're recording that's 4 days ago, basically,
yeah.
Right? 4 or 5 days.
Mike and I worked all day Saturday. We made our plans together, the two of us. We called our team together on Sunday to introduce them to this thing called Zoom that nobody had ever used before. And we said, hey guys, you're online coaches now. It's going to be awesome.
Let's fast forward. It's Wednesday as we're talking. And you kicked off your online program when?
Yesterday.
Yes.
How'd
it go?
We did. It went awesome. We trained, Mike has the number, I think we trained over 80 clients in 2 locations yesterday via Zoom in their living room. So I mean, Mike and I, small business owners, like we're hustling. Mike's getting on the beginning of every Zoom, making sure everybody's there, everybody's comfortable, their camera's set up. I'm calling people in the background, like trying to FaceTime with them, looking at their computer to try to help them install the software. Trying to teach them how to like turn on their volume and their camera on their computer. So we couldn't even go to the gym. I'm really thankful for my brother-in-law, Matt Donahue, you're awesome. He was able to go to the gym for us with the trainers and like install the camera and the microphone to make it work and show them like what button to press while they're there, while we zoomed in, and we're really thankful. So
you having people pitch in. So do you feel okay? Do you feel like this is going to be okay?
I mean, I have highs and lows, if I'm being completely honest. I feel like we have an incredible team of dedicated fitness professionals that love people, that are in it for the right reasons. And I know right now they are training their hearts out. We're coaches. We are a coaching business. We're not going to compete with a pre-recorded Peloton training system. That's not what it's about for us. It's about coaches seeing people in real time, supporting them, encouraging them, and pushing them to use proper technique and form so that they get just a little bit better every single time.
So it sounds to me like your mission is still true. How you're doing it is changing, and you are evolving quickly, and you're learning on the fly. You're making mistakes like we all do, but fail fast, fail cheap, right? Like, let's dig in it. If it doesn't work, let's get out. But we don't have time to sit around and have pity for ourselves. We've got to move forward.
I mean, Mike and I knew when this thing hit, when we had to close our doors physically, that we were in for the fight of our lives to support our community, to keep our trainers employed in careers that they're so amazingly passionate about and so great at. And really the big point for us is still, we want to make an impact in the community. And we know that fitness, for the people that we serve, and really for most people, isn't about the physical aspect of it. It's about feeling good about themselves and having confidence. And really, I mean, people right now in this time need that mental escape, that mental clarity. And I feel like our online streaming sessions have been able to bring a little bit of normalcy back to our clients.
And as you and I are talking, we both know that there are businesses that don't have the opportunity of doing what you and Mike are doing, right? There are physical only locations that are shuttered and can't do what you're doing. So this is not a model that works for everybody. And so we reach out and feel for those folks and do what we can, but we know that there are people that are handcuffed for situations well beyond their own control. But the one thing that I wanted to share with you, watching from afar, and I know it's going to be inspiration for a lot of folks, is you took the core value of what your business and mission was and repackaged it and kept going in a different format. And I think there's something there for a lot of folks is it's that cost versus value. I know I delivered it this way, but what was I really delivering? What was the real benefit of it? And how can I do it else, somewhere else in some other way? Did you share with me today, I think you said, you've only been on for a couple days, but you had actually somebody come back and re-sign up or actually join? I mean, you're getting new people, right?
Yeah, we've had several clients that say, "Oh, you're doing online training now. I'd love to rejoin." And I think a lot of that is wanting to support us. There's another streaker. Awesome. I think a lot of that is wanting to support us during this difficult time, which we're incredibly grateful for. But also, being able to train in your home or in your office or wherever you are in the world breaks down a lot of the barriers. And I'm really embarrassed to say this, but this morning I got to I wake up early anyway, but I'm never at the 5:30 a.m. training session. I did one while my daughter was watching Dora the Explorer on the couch this morning. It was awesome.
It is awesome. Yeah.
Don't talk to me. Like, Mike's like the fitness guy. I'm the business nerd, and like I'm all about efficiency. So I'm like, how cool is this? Like, I didn't have to go anywhere. Like, I just turned my computer screen on, and now like I'm done, and now I'm drinking my water. And
so thank you, first of all, for taking some time and talking to me. And let's boil it down to a few nuggets. So if you were sharing your story in bullet points with other folks, what would you encourage them? What are you learning? What are you sharing now that you didn't know before? How are you going to condense this to help somebody else?
I think for us, it's all about serving our community and providing value to the clients that we love, like thinking about what our clients need in this time, and coming up with the best way to serve that. I mean, last week we put out 3 online training sessions, we called them. You can see them on our website. They're free. And so we got it done. Like, we got the first thing done the day that we closed the doors from Costa Rica with a terrible internet connection.
Yep.
While we were booking emergency flights home. And we realized that wasn't the right solution for people. People don't need workouts. Right. You can do a workout anywhere. You can Google workout and you'll find 10 trillion of them. What people need is connection, they need community, and they need to be coached by the trainers that they know and love and that they trust.
Yep, they need to be supported, right? So you're problem solving the mental and human side of it while delivering a physical experience. So that's excellent.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah.
What would you tell somebody that you've learned now that is scared about, they're a planner like you, right? I need 12 months and 4 spreadsheets and 5 validations. What are you telling that person now?
Yeah.
Go for it.
Let me just say first what I've learned from it is I think in a year I'm going to look back and I'm not going to be thankful for this horrible virus that's making so many people sick, but I'm going to be thankful that this horrible virus kind of stretched us and showed us what we're made of, and showed us that we're capable of going after crazy things that aren't necessarily perfect, and just going for it. So, I mean, when you're in a situation like this, like it's our family's livelihood. Like, we don't have a choice. Like, we need to figure out how to make this thing work for our business, for our community, for the trainers that we employ. And I think often there always are solutions.
Right. The courage to do that is a personal journey, and you had to overcome some personal obstacles to do it. And what you've just shared with me was well worth the conversation. And I know it'll be well worth many people listening is you just got to figure it out. Right. And it's okay to try. It's okay to try. And you're going to be thankful. You're not going to be thankful for the pain and the conflict, right? And the thing, but you're going to be thankful for the lessons that you've learned, not only about your business, but about yourself.
Always,
Well, thank you. This is inspiring, and I know other people are going to enjoy it. We're going to keep watching you because I know you're going to keep doing great things. But thanks for taking a few minutes to talk to me today. I appreciate it.